Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. Look, man. Z, relax, relax, relax. She's just a short little troll that has a Harvard degree that's talking crap. You're not gonna go in on her man because he's not the one talking crap. She clearly don't know what she's talking about. And she compared black men to Alexis Ohanian, and she said, yeah, there's a racial component. FD Signifier, this is the woman that you claim to be in community with. I'm just saying. Huh? Shout out to all of you black men that keep on being in relationships with and having sex with black women who clearly have a disdain for black men, but you think you're the exception to the rule because you're more in touch with your masculinity and you're not insecure and you're a real man. Huh? Shout out to you, whoever you are, brother. Kim, all right, don't worry about it. Hey, what's the likeliness that we're all wrong, but you're the one that's right? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, shout out to Thought Crimes. Shout out to Prince and Sincere. I've been subscribed to them forever in a day. I remember them from forever ago. I caught a good maybe 30 minutes or so of them speaking about this situation. Shout out to Sincere, and that's why you're in a relationship. That's why you're happy. That's why y'all been together forever, and that's why these people don't have relationships that passed over a year or two, if even. Demetrius says, oh, you talking about Kim's video or everyone's reaction? Everyone's reaction, but definitely Kim Foster's video. Definitely Kim Foster's video. Shout out to Thought Crimes. I think y'all tag team that topic from what I've seen so far beautifully. Yeah, and y'all are right. Everybody's insecurities are showing. Black women's contempt of black men, particularly online, is showing, and y'all are correct. There is no right way. There is no stand-up good black man. There is no square jaw, square black man with his wife who people see, oh, that's a great couple. Yo, we gotta just be honest that the black community is a freaking matriarchy, bro. Matriarchy if you want to be kind, gynocracy if you want to be accurate. We just gotta call a thing a thing. We gotta call a thing, man. Like the black community is a matriarchy if you want to be kind, a gynocracy if you want to be accurate, and black women love sunning black men in public. And anything that is not, forget laudatory, kissing a ass from a black man. Look at it. Look at the example that Kim Foster used. Look at Alexis Ohanian. You see how you talk. I'm married to the GOAT, and I had to learn how to be with a black woman, and my mixed kids, and I had to. It's not an accident that Kim Foster compared black men to one white dude who, by the way, earns less than her man, but then his woman, excuse me, who earns less than his wife, but okay, fine. Right? Don't let that be lost on y'all. And FD Signifier, this is the woman you claim to be in community with, bro. I told you, all these little Ivy League going to pseudo intellectual black women stay taking jabs at black men, and we've been eating it for decades. Excuse me. We've been eating it for decades. We've been eating it for decades. The Kim Fosters of the world have been taking jabs at black men for decades. And you come over here to tone police us. To tell us to ignore it, to tell us to be resilient. Get the Christmas Eve, Z. Christmas Eve. Huh? This is a married, happy couple. This is a married, happy couple. And we're watching black women throw a goddamn fit on the internet. And it's shout out to Prince, because exactly what Prince and Sincere were saying. Oh, she was supposed to end up with Zac Efron. She was supposed to end up with whatever other loser ass white dude. And like, I want to be very clear. White folks and black women are saying that this black woman should have ended up with a white dude. And low key, kind of, sort of, Kim Foster kind of went around there too. right? Kind of low key, right? Mr. Mayweather, thank you for the cash app. Thank you for the cash app. Kind of low key, Kim Foster kind of alluded to that too. That if she would have been with a white dude, he would have been more understanding of her fame and would not have been jealous and wouldn't be trying to play her in public. And that's how it's crazy how black women are reading this. He's trying to humble her. He's trying to play her in public. He's insecure. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. So Kim Foster out here talking reckless? Of course she is. Of course she is. And Kim Foster says, you can't. She goes in on patriarchy and she pretty much say you can't, decide your way out of patriarchy or choose your way. There we go. Choose your way out of patriarchy, right? In other words, you can't choose a man your way out of patriarchy. And then she calls the people that don't really kind of understand what she's saying smooth brain people. Remember FD Signifier. This is a sister you say you in community with. Remember, right? Unfortunately, and even FD knows this, the black community is a matriarchy, Kim. A gynocracy, if you want to be accurate. And even FD Signifier knows that. Talk to your sister in them T Noir. She know it too. Talk to Juicy. She know it too. Guess what, Kim Foster? You know it also. Oh, but the overall structure, I thought y'all trying to get away from that. The black community is a matriarchy if you want to be kind, a gynocracy if you want to be accurate. Evidenced by the way y'all throwing a goddamn temper tantrum all over these interwebs over the past few days. Because a black man had the nerve to call himself a catch. A black man had the nerve to call himself a catch, especially with a rich, famous, athletic, accomplished black woman. How dare he? How dare? First of all, let's be honest, black women, y'all have an issue with any black man that think he's doing anything better or on the same level as black women in general. Let's be honest. But y'all really have an issue that a black man said this in the presence of Miss Simone Owens. And y'all, FD, it's brother. There's always gonna be, but you can keep on bragging about your numbers and how many black men you got over there, and be mad at Mr. Z about me pretty much saying, but when brothers see stuff like that, huh? There was a brother. He be on. He be defending the women, defending black women, even when they don't need defending. Cool. Even and I think Ed even posted a couple of videos of him. Even he was like, "All right, black women, y'all doing too much with this." And Detroit said, "Oh, here we go again, bro, man. Look, man, Kim Foster out here talking. I'll put the link in the description later. I just had to rant. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to rant this out because it's crazy, and this is why the internet will expose us all. Look at the way they're reacting to this. Look at the way they're reacting to this. And like Prince was saying from Thought Crimes. It's very interesting. You can't be just a square jaw, square brother, just a regular, normal brother. You and your wife happy, y'all doing y'all thing, right? They can't be black love. It's fascinating listening to, and I've seen some of those comments too, reading comments from black women saying she would have been better off with a Zac Efron. And then having Kim Foster pretty much say, well, black men, y'all could take the example of, Alexis Ohanian. This is why, FD, if you never heard me say, this is why I said the internet will expose us all. Look at the way black women are reacting. Look at who black women are saying Simone Biles should be with. I didn't say Simone Owens because if she wasn't with Jonathan Owens, she wouldn't be Simone Owens. Look at who they say she should be with. And then look at Kim Foster, once again, a black woman you said you're in community with. Look at who she's saying black men should take example from. Alexis Ohanian. So, FD, how long before you say Z was right? This really is about the white man's penis. How long? I know I'm right. Low key, you know I'm right. But let's see how long it takes you to frame it a certain way that's more palatable and not offensive to black women. Huh? This successful black woman should have been with a white man, and they waited for this to say it. Shout out to all you sisters online that's saying it. Hmm? And shout out to Sincere for actually saying, yeah, you seen them comments too? This successful black woman should have never been with no black man. Kim Foster called you light skinned brothers with light eyes terrorists, by the way. Hmm? Kind of like Ashley Acuna slipped up and said, and she didn't say it about light skinned brothers. She kind of, man, the fact that they deleted all of their catalog from the grapevine, man. Because under her breath one time, she did call black men terrorists. Yes, Ashley Acuna did. Yes, she did. Huh. And black men are supposed to do what with this? Foreign man in a foreign land. Black men are supposed to do what with this consciously? Black men are supposed to do what with this Eddie? Black men are supposed to do what with this FD signifier? Black men are supposed to do what with this T1J? Oh, you know what? Y'all right. We should do what Kim Foster said. Follow the example of Alexis Ohanian. And Kim Foster did not mince words. She did say, there's a racial element to this. I'll say it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Whoever you are, brother, that's with Kim Foster right now. Okay. Okay. Detroit says, Dr. Umar, where you at? Umar, where you at? Come on, man. Y'all already know Umar on the same thing FD Signifier's on. Umar's on the same thing FD Signifier is on. Right? He's gonna find a way to frame it that's not offensive to black women, and that, let's be honest, finds a way of blaming black men. Or he's gonna hyper focus on the race element. And and here's the thing, focus on the race element and not really get to the crux of black women's inferiority complex to white women and the fact that they keep on chastising black men for not being white men. Dr. Umar never really want to get, and here's the thing, FD and Dr. Umar Johnson would have a leg to stand on if their black female academics were going just as hard in critiquing black women as they are for critiquing black men. And the thing is, they're looking at the women ain't doing it. Who's doing it? Like I said, Juicy every once in a while. T Noir every once in a while. Huh? So black men are supposed to do what? FD, how do you have a community full of black women who want you to know your place beneath them? You know, it's crazy saying it to FD, having him say, no, and now you see black women's reaction. Look at the way they're reacting to an interview that most of them didn't watch the whole thing. Kim Foster still ain't watched the whole thing. This is ridiculous. This is what you're saying. Oh, I'm just trying to recreate what the Black Panthers had. You mean the Black Panthers that when they were disbanded, a whole lot of educated black women laid up under white men and then convinced the entire society that it was black men that were talking black and sleeping white. You mean black women like that? Or you mean black women that went and hid in academia because they lost the economic war and the political war, but they could win the culture war, so they went to go hide in academia, lobbing bombs at black men the entire time for their white female benefactors? You mean black women like that from the Black Panthers? Huh? You mean black women that make people Dr. Jared Ball and Diallo Kenyatta even have to say, why did they have to say that? Why did they have to keep on? And even them, bro, they sit it for a couple minutes and they let it go. You mean black women like that? Hmm? See, the tone policing, let me be very clear to FD Signifier, what the tone policing does. The tone policing of black men in a vacuum, and that's what y'all are doing, allows for black women to do exactly what they've been doing for decades. Claiming to care about black people while they advocate for mostly black women and black girls in a vacuum. And then when they get the benefits for doing for black women and black girls, turning around and saying to black men, oh, you're not stepping up. Oh, these other men are better than you. Huh? You're not on my level. Then what does that do to this quote unquote black community after that? What is tone policing in criticizing black men in a vacuum? What has it done over the past few decades? Not a goddamn thing. Has it benefited black women? No. Has it benefited black men? Absolutely not. Black children? No. You know what you've created with that? A bunch of Ebony K. Williams and Kim Fosters. A bunch of Tiffany Cross. A bunch of Simone Sanders. That's what you created with that. Huh? All the tone policing of black men. That's what you created. You know what else you created? A bunch of brothers like you. A bunch of brothers like Mark Lamont Hill. Mark Lamont Hill felt a certain way that every time Barack Obama opened his mouth about black men, he was chastising black men. Dear Mark Lamont Hill, that's because he learned it from his wife. Ooh, god damn, Z. He learned it from them black women in Chicago. God damn, Z. He learned it from brothers like you. Older than you, of course, but brothers like you. Huh? Even Barack Obama's ex-parents said, pretty much when they met him, they thought he was a white dude. He's pretty much a white dude. He moved like a white dude. So where did the white dude learn how to critique black men this way? From his wife and all them black women in Chicago? Oh yeah, Torre, another one. So all of these black people are hell-bent on policing black men's movements, how black men speak about black women, how black men speak about the black community. And what about the women and girls? Whee! The Kim Fosters get to say whatever they want. I want to say this. I want to say it as unambiguously as humanly possible. How long do y'all plan on making black men pay for slavery and Jim Crow? Oh, Z, you went there. I went there. How long do black men got to pay for slavery and Jim Crow? How long do black men have to bow and scrape and put their heads down because black women feel like it was his fault? Oh yeah, I went there this Christmas Eve. Oh yeah, I went right there. Huh? How long do black men have to apologize to black women that black men ain't make black women upper middle class and rich white women? How long do black men have to apologize that they didn't rape, conquer, destroy the planet so that black women could be the beauty standard? How long? How long? How long are y'all gonna pretend like y'all don't hear what black women are actually saying? The message behind the words. Huh? They keep on framing it in victim talk. Let them talk long enough and we're gonna get to the real. They're gonna start sounding like Kim Foster. Did you ever try to play me in public and have me try to defend you even though you play with yawn? Huh? Dear FD Signifier, you think Kim Foster's the only one that's quote unquote progressive but think and talk like this about black men? I said it to you to your face, bro. FD, I said it to you to your face. I said it to you multiple times. I said that to you on the first interview. I said it to you on the second interview. And you doubted me both times, or at least you pretended to. FD, what has decades of your type of framing between black men and black women, what has it gotten black men and black women? What has it gotten black boys and black men? Then you want to talk about resilience in the face of this? They're taking this interview and blowing it way out of proportion. They're so invested. And like Kim Foster tried to do, dark-skinned black women and black women. Same thing Chrissy tried to do. Let me say this one more again, because maybe you didn't hear it. When it comes to these thoughts, there is no liberal and conservative black women. It's just black women. You got Chrissy on one side, you have Kim Foster on the other side, and guess what? There's no conservative or progressive or liberal. They agree and they're on the same accord. Huh? You got the black woman that was born and raised upper middle class, you got the black woman that wasn't. And they're both agree on, yeah, these black men need to be stopped. A white man would never, and it's crazy. Kim Foster literally said the same thing that the comments in Chrissy's comments were saying. Alexis Ohanian would never. FD, you think it's a coincidence they comparing us to the white man? Huh? It's the same thing Amanda Marianne did when she showed these softer, less offensive masculine men, white men. I tried to tell him, and he was so insistent and busy trying to frame this in a way that's not offensive to black women. And look, a couple weeks later, right? Passport OG, this is the comment of my stream tonight. Alexis Ohanian, the model of black masculinity. I'm going to cut that out. That is going to be the thumbnail for this video. If I can't, I'll just type it in and say Passport OG. That is the FD. You hear what they saying? Now, how much I want to bet Kim Foster did not watch Chrissy's stream and she still said the same thing? Notice who they're saying that Simone Biles should have been with. Zac Efron. Notice who they're comparing black men to and that black men should model this relationship from, particularly Jonathan Owens, right? Alexis Ohanian, white men. I tried to tell you, you weren't hearing it. Brother, you're going to keep on getting more and more. It's going to be so loud. Huh? It's going to be so loud. It's going to be so loud. Brother, I said it to you and you wanted to reframe this over. I told you they're looking for a lifestyle. No, not the progressive women. No, they're looking for a lifestyle. They're looking for white men. Even when I brought up Asian women, I did that on purpose. You tried to change it. I'm like, no. And then finally you were like, okay, okay, there's a there there. Okay, yeah. No, FD is not tone deaf. FD met his wife early. He don't know. FD wasn't in the dating scene like that. So he just look at us as a bunch of resentful, angry troll dudes, he-man woman haters on the internet, just beating on our chest, either thinking black women hate us or that we hate black women. He's not just tone deaf. This is a dude that ended up with his wife early, got out the game early. And then he admits to you, he was originally trained in intersectional feminist theory, and he had to drop it because he don't want to admit it, but he said it. And when I said it, he laughed because he knows it's true. When he realized, oh, Kimberly Crenshaw just did all this to get out black men out the paint so that black women like her could hoard all of the boons from the civil rights movement. All the boons and gains. That's what intersectionality did. Huh? And Kim Foster got the unmitigated gall to talk about patriarchy. The black community is not no goddamn patriarchy, as evidenced by you. Huh? Oh, but the overall society. You mean the society with the Alexis Ohanians that you comparing black men to? You mean the overall society that black women on the internet are saying that Simone Biles should have been with Zac Efron? You mean that society? Right? Huh. And y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. This taking a whole lot of energy. Bro, so, I shout out to Thought Crimes. Yeah. Shout out to Sincere, shout out to Prince. Look, I think y'all did a great job tag teaming this subject. To be honest with you, I think this is what Mr. Z has been talking about. It's not about beating up on black women. It's not about hating black women. It's about saying, hey, why y'all OD on critiquing black men? Why y'all overdo it on that? Why y'all hide your hatred of black men, black masculinity, whatever that is to you? Because y'all look at it as like it's an evil thing. While y'all over here hiding your contempt behind quote unquote constructive criticism. And FD, I want you to be very clear. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They're hiding their contempt behind 4 and 5 syllable words and quote unquote constructive criticism. They're hiding behind Ivy League degrees and PhDs. That rhymes. And eventually they're going to be so loud that even you're going to have to say something about it. It hasn't even been 3 weeks since that interview with FD Signifier? Right? And your simp video, you told us to go touch grass. Look how invested these black women, some of them in their 40s and 50s, maybe even 60s. Look how invested they are in this young couple. You want us to touch grass? We're the ones who need to go outside? We're blowing this out of proportion? Huh? And that's look, man. This is my part. So this is where I come in. So Dr. Thunder has the saying, what was it? Multiculturalism plus a deregulated dating market equals divestment. And so where I come in with this is exactly what Ishmael is saying, is they have no issue with white man patriarchy. In fact, they prefer to be under it. FD, all y'all did over the past 4 and 5 decades was defang men of color in America. God damn, Z. The entire second wave plus feminist movement, coupled that with neoliberalism, all you did, even Tucker Carlson, but he didn't include the race part, even the conservative Tucker Carlson, We're talking about what neoliberalism and feminism is going to do to marriage and relationship. All y'all did with second wave plus feminism is defang black men and put all the onus and the stock on pretty much upper middle class white men and above. That's all y'all done. That's all that there is. That's what's going on. That's why I told you, listen to the women talk. You couldn't hear me. You were too busy trying to defend their image because you thought I was attacking it. No, I'm telling you to listen to what they're actually saying. Let them talk long enough. Don't interrupt it and try to pivot like what Torre was trying to do with Ebony K. Williams in the beginning of the interview when they got to the relationship part and the dating part. You saw Torre trying to pivot like, oh, you couldn't mean that. Every time she would be 10 toes down about, and then he finally had to be like, well, I get it because and sounded like Eddie. I get it. I mean, like, you work so hard. It's not. And oh my God, the way y'all try to frame things. Torre did the same thing. Well, it's not that it's that, you're juggling 5 things and you just want to know. No. And if you want to go to France and you want to go to the Louvre the women be telling y'all what it is. And just like Torre, FD, I guarantee you probably do the same thing. Y'all try to frame it in a way. The women are telling you what it is, and you would still tell them, no, that's not what you mean, is it? No, that is what she means. So let's get this right. Even the women that don't try to hide what they're saying, y'all still try to frame it in a way that's not as offensive, that doesn't put them in a negative light. Do you see how invested these people are in these celebs? First of all, who would have even knew about this goddamn interview if black women didn't make a big stink out of it? If you're not into sports, who would have even known? Even if you are into sports, who would have even known about this interview if black women didn't make a big stink out of it? Ed said, why don't they get them a Zac Efron then? They can't, right? And Demetrius says, let's read this now. Demetrius says, just check my Twitter, and FD said that they're trying to break up their Simone and Owens marriage. He's debating them in the comments. Bro, but FD, you see, your line of thought, this goes before you. Your line of thought is what helped to bring this about. Because are you talking, Josie does it occasionally. Every once in a while, T Noir say something, right? But look at when that beheaded holder got annoyed with black men, she called us all type of black males, right? She got real close to some of that swirler talk, right? She got real close to some of that swirler talk. Apparently, it's early Christmas. It ain't even Christmas yet, right? I'm gonna leave this sideline for a little while. No, let me don't do that, please. Demetrius, let me keep Demetrius up for a little while, and then I'll put KMS's back up. But look, if you're going to say that you're advocating for black boys and men, you have to understand the relationship between black men and women and how that relationship or lack thereof then affects the black boys and men. Thank you. Called us. She called. Yeah, nappy-head old hobo called black men conquered males. FD, if you're gonna come over here to do this, and FD's not super heavy-handed with it, but he does some of that comes off condescending sometimes, and he does do the whole, excuse my language, nigga shit when he's trying to talk down to black men or put black men in their place. He does do that. Yes, I seen it. I heard it. Right? And he jabs us and insults us. I seen it. I heard it. I've been on the other side of it. But Every once in a blue, the once in a blue that T Noir says something and Juicy says something, they don't go in like that on women. And guess what? The women don't budge an inch. FD, brother, I told you what it was. I told you it's not just, hey, bro, it's not just no little internet thing. It's not just the Chrissies. It's not just the Yannies. It's not just the Paris. It's bigger than that. You couldn't hear me. You couldn't hear me. Right? I told you in real life, you think it's just the internet thing. No. You think it's just a social media thing. No. Just because you see a hand, okay, Chrissy got like 200 and something thousand, Yanni got 200 and some odd thousand, Paris got 300 and something thousand. But Mahogany Pink only had what, 50, 60,000, but those videos did a couple 100,000. Huh? We're not even talking about the smaller, more extreme channels. We're not even talking about Clubhouse. We're not talking about Twitter, Twitter, excuse me. We're not talking about Instagram, none of it. Huh? No, y'all gotta end it. Look, FD Signifier, all the men, T1J, Conscious Lee, Foreign Man in a Foreign Land, all of you brothers. What's the brother with the pink high? Well, he used to have the pink highlight dreads, and now I don't know, but yeah, I forgot his name. It's right there. Yeah, the gay brother that be with Khadijah, huh? Khadijah, you want to talk about the what's going on with the straights? You want to talk about hetero pessimism? Describe this, huh? I bet y'all know how to critique black men in a vacuum. Y'all don't know what to say to black women. And when I say they don't know, they actually do know. They're just not going to do it. Yeah. I need Demetrius, I need that link for FD in that comment thread. Screenshot them. Screenshot all of it. Right? Like Ed said, where's that comment? Wait a minute. Yeah, there we go. There we go. See, the way y'all frame it is, well, you got to understand where the women are coming from. You gotta, huh? But didn't FD pretty much, no, he admitted to me. If I say 10 things or 9 things, if I take 10 things and 9 of them are going in on black men, the one thing that I say about black women, and FD pretty much laid it out flat. I'm not willing to have a black man or a black boy, a black young man feel that it's okay to go in on black women for the one thing I might say slightly critiquing their behavior. FD said it to me, y'all heard it. He said it on the second interview. And you know what that fosters? Oh, fosters, funny. Kim Foster. Y'all doing that is how we get Ebony K. Williams. Y'all doing that is how we get Kim Foster. Y'all doing that is how we get Chrissy. Y'all doing that is how we get Yanni. Y'all doing that is how we get Paris. The beat up on black men, put them into a coma, and then say, okay, black women, but could you maybe not? Could you not do that? It's how we get Yanni. That's how we get Paris. That's how we get Kim Foster. Thank you, Demetrius. He said, I'll email it to you in case it gets deleted. Thank you. Right? Huh? Look at how they're talking about Simone Owens and her husband. Right? I gotta skip over KMS because I gotta come back and leave that highlighted for a while. And thank you for the super chat, Demetrius. And Leon says FD knows the truth, but he doesn't want the smoke, exactly, and the anger to sound like Kevin Samuels when giving advice to black women. He is not a simp. He is a coward. I agree. I agree. He knows better. He knows. And shout out to Leon, because Leon, thank you for reminding me about that clip, because I've seen it before with him and T Noir. I watched the whole thing of T Noir. When she first put it out, I just completely forgot about it. So, if for those of you that don't know, there's a segment of When a Teen Wars, excuse me, think pieces where FD is on, and FD is admitting, okay, black women get this, they get the lifestyle, they get the house, they get the career, blah blah blah. And then when it comes time to check off man, and then he says it, how can I tell black women, that's part of the patriarchy? And him and Teen War just look at each other like, FD, I told. So that means and Mr. Z told you, and you and T Noir were like, eh. And so as black women go around the world throwing a goddamn temper tantrum that they can't have black men in their mind, they can't have black men at significant number that's going to turn them into these upper middle class and rich white women. As they throw temper tantrums, y'all are going to be quiet about it. But when black men respond to that temper tantrum, that's when you come in. That's when foreign men in a foreign land come in, call us nixels. Y'all come in to police our behavior and our response to the black women who want this patriarchy, but you will never say anything to them. And that's if we grant you that they actually want patriarchy the way it really is. We already know they want patriarchy by feminist specifications. But y'all won't even tell them that's what they're actually asking for, and that's never going to happen. So there you go. And that's what FD is really here for. That's what Foreign Man in a Foreign Land is really here for. That's what Eddie and them are really here for. To police black men's response to black women throwing a goddamn temper tantrum, fussing us out and cussing us out because they're not upper middle class and rich white women. And so when we respond, that's what FD, y'all can't do that. I'm here to tone police you, which he admitted to. Which he admitted to. Right? And Red Falls Black says, and thank you for the super chat, Leon. And Red Falls Black says, to paraphrase it, an old saying, internet words are sober thoughts. I just say the internet will expose us all, but I like this one too. Right? And that's all it is. Thank you, Kim Foster, thank you for being a friend. She really isn't. Thank you for being honest about how you feel, and it aligns perfectly with Chrissy. Oh, what you want to say now, FD? Huh? Both of them comparing black men to Alexis Ohanian. Huh? What now? I told you it hasn't even been a month since our interview. I told you. You already know, and now it's punching you in the face. Now what? But I forgot, black men got to be resilient, right? We got to raise the young black boys to be resilient in the face of black women's hypocrisy. And the issue is that black women's hypocrisy has real life consequences. It's not just romantic. Black women's hypocrisy has real life consequences on black boys. Their education, their upbringing, their trajectory in life. Black women's hypocrisy and their envy of white women's position is how you get the Brookings Institute paper that says, oh yeah, 70% of upper middle class black boys come back down to working class, while their sisters pretty much stay on par with the white girls that they grew up with. Uh-oh. So how you gonna frame your way out of this one? These people are talking about Simone Owens like she's some dumb, young, naive girl. She don't know what she's doing. Chrissy over here telling her to run, to get out of there. It's not too late. Huh? And Kim Foster. Oh, Kim Foster. Right? Oh yeah, and Ed said, remember, Simone is 26 years old. Oh, and she got married young. Oh, oh, you want to talk about chop their ass? Oh, and like the brother said that you put his video up, Ed. Excuse me. That's one of their major issues with Simone. She did everything they said don't do. She did everything opposite of what they said do, and she still got the man she wanted. Right? That brother was 100% right on that one. You want to talk about chop their ass? She went after, she showed drive, she showed agency. She went after what she wanted. She got it, and now they're and shout out to the sister of Thought Crimes, right? Sincere, she said it right. It's funny because Prince was congratulating her for the comment. Hey, yo, if you worth $9 million to these women, if you're worth $9 million and your girl is worth $10 million, she's dating down. She should be with an Arab billionaire. She should be with Zac Efron. Apparently, she should be with Alexis Ohanian now. Sincere was 100%. Thank you for putting Mr. Z's thoughts into words. Y'all took this hypergamy thing. Y'all took this hypergamy thing way too far. And shout out to the Black Minister for being there right before this blew up. Because what Black women are exposing is that it was always about racial hypergamy. It was, excuse me. The fact that they're comparing Black men, Mr. Jonathan Owens, to Alexis Ohanian, and the fact that they're saying that Simone Biles should be with Zac Efron or is just Zac Efron shows you it was always about race in the first place. Thank you. And Ed says it's not economic hypergamy, it's racial. Thank you. That's why I called it the black tax. That's why I called it the black tax. If you're a white man, you could notice not a single woman, Black woman, ever brings up that Alexis Ohanian is worth less than Serena. They never bring it up, ever. You notice that, right? But if Serena was with a Black Alexis Ohanian, she would have been all type of dating down. She must have low self-esteem. Huh? Why is she not with an Arab billionaire? That's why I call it the black tax. See, if you're a Black man, you gotta pay. That's when the financial hypergamy kicks in. Well, you're a Black man, so you're gonna have to pay for this vagina. Notice how they talk about Rihanna. Right? Oh yeah, how did I forget? Kim Foster said the same thing that Chrissy said again about you got to make sure your man wants you more than you want him. You know, the way patriarchy, and she tried to blame it on patriarchy. Boo, FD, where you at? I told you. It's when you tell someone something and they vehemently disagree with you and it don't take no time for it to blow up in their face. But I forgot you got all them subscribers over there on your channel, 600 and something thousand subscribers. What you gonna teach them how to be resilient in the face of a Kim Foster, huh? Resilient in the face of Chrissy, huh? Yeah, that's it. Huh? You're gonna raise them to be resilient in the face of a Yanny, huh? Resilient in the face of a Paris Milan, huh? Yeah, that's it. And when they get ripped apart in divorce court, or when Kim Foster, no, maybe not Kim Foster, more like a Chrissy is their HR manager, now what? And once again, Real Falls Black, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. And Kev C, thank you for the super chat. Kev C says, haters are telling a Black man, Jonathan Owens, to be like Travis Kelce or Serena Williams' husband. They also use Russell Wilson as an example. Hey, man, I love it, man. I love it. I love when you say it, people doubt you. You sound crazy. You sound sexist. You sound misogynistic. You sound like you hate black women. 3 weeks later, now what? Hmm? Now what? Vegas, exactly. Vegas Dev says Alexis would be a Dusty if he was black. Of course. Of course. Right? So I had to rant today, y'all. I was in the middle of listening to Thought Crimes, and then I saw, Kim Foster. I'm like, let me see where she go with this. Let me see where she go with this. I know where she's gonna go, but let's see for the 0.0000000 infinity 1% chance that she might not go the way I think. Maybe. Let me see where she goes with this. And she went exactly where we thought she would go. With rocket boosters on. Right? With rocket boosters on. Ooh, look. Hey, FD, bro. Right? FD. Right? And Ed says, remember, Travis Kelce is worth 40 mil and Taylor Swift is worth $1 billion. But they don't see that as Taylor Swift dating down. He's a white man. Now, what did Laura tell Shay Sade in that interview? The men in her family, and Laura is not no trailer park nothing. The men in her family all married up. Well, uh-oh. Huh? There are people, presidents, presidential candidates, that they may have had the name and the political influence and power, but they married into the money. McCain, anyone? John Kerry, anyone? George Washington, anyone? Huh? We could keep on going. But I forgot they're white, and it's different. Right? Thank you, Eddie. It says a lot of white dudes do that ish, but white folks don't talk about it. How many white dudes marry into the money? And once again, Kev C, thank you for the super chat. But y'all don't got nothing to say about that. Nothing. Excuse me, I almost said Biles. Simone Owens is happy where she is. Do y'all understand what y'all are doing? Black women, y'all are showing y'all ass in front of white folks. Shout out to all you white folks that's co-signing the bull. Simone Owens is happy. And y'all are telling her. It's funny watching these people say they're celebrating her while they critique her and criticize her for her choice in a husband. And I love the fact that they say that she should be with Zac Efron. I love that they make it a race thing. Oh, especially right after I had that conversation with FD Signifier. I love it. I told you. Simone Owens is happy, and they're telling her, screw your happiness. This is about our image. They're telling her, screw your happiness. This is about our image. The collective of black women, when we get to that level, we ain't do it to be with no black man. Ooh. And they want to talk about when he get on, he gonna leave your ass for a white girl. Are you sure? Black women on social media are saying, no, Simone, you did it wrong. When you get on that level, you're not supposed to be with a black man. Definitely not no black man that earn less than you and is less famous than you. Who does that? When you get on, you're supposed to be with the Zac Efron. Huh? A Henry Cavill. What's the Captain America dude name? Chris Hemsworth. Chris whatever his face is. Chris Evans, there we go. Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Henry Cavill. Listen, Simone, you did it wrong. You're not supposed to be with no goddamn black man, especially not no black man that's not as famous as you and not as rich as you. What for them? It's what was the point of doing all of that if you're gonna be with a black man? Yeah, Joe Kennedy married up. Right? Diaspora L is not even no theory. And Diaspora L says it's social dominance theory in real time. No, it's social dominance order in real time. Ain't no theory now. And when we were saying it, we were being doubted. Now that I love it. Unprompted, they saying that she should have been with a Zac Efron. Unprompted, they're comparing black men and Jonathan Owens in particular to Alexis Ohanian. Unprompted, I love it. We told you. We told you. Now let's see where the black community goes with this. Oh, Mr. Z is off tomorrow, Christmas time. Guess what Mr. Z is gonna do? A whole lot of nothing. It's definitely due time for Mr. Z to do a whole lot of nothing. But I'm definitely gonna be surfing my phone. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. Alexa, put up the image of the brother drinking his orange juice while he goes through the paper, while he reads the newspaper. Huh? I tried to tell FD this was bigger than swirlers, this was bigger than divestors. He didn't want to hear it. He knew it. He didn't want to accept it. Now black women are showing him, and now what? Brother, you're gonna have to go back. If you're serious, if you're serious about helping black boys and men, if you are serious about helping black boys and men, screw them and fine. If you're serious about helping black boys, you're gonna have to tear up everything you've been talking and go back to the drawing board. You're gonna have to start with the mothers. You're gonna have to start with their contempt for the fathers. You're gonna have to see how that then trickles down to their relationship with their sons and the outcome of their sons. You're gonna have to that whatever notepad you got, you might as well torch it, rewrite it. Right? And Lion says so many chicks alone for Christmas. And those alone chicks are the women that you run into at the return line at Target and Walmart. You wanna know why she gives you such a hard time? Those alone chicks are the women that hassle you at the bank, getting off on doing it with a smile and a grin doing it. TG says they think Alexis is a billionaire. I've heard multiple black women say Serena is with a billionaire. They don't even know she's worth more than him. But the average black woman, the average American don't know what real money look like. The average black person, definitely the average black woman, they don't know what real money look like. They were talking this six figures, $100,000+ a year thing. They don't even know the lifestyle they describe. It ain't no $100,000. You talking about millionaires? They don't know. They don't know what no Learjet cost. They don't know. These women don't know what no Bentley cost, no Rolls Royce cost. They don't know. I know you car dealers, I know it got to be crazy, but especially before the internet. Now on the internet, they could check the price before they go. I know it had to be crazy. Black women walking in one of these expensive luxury cars until they realize that car is back in the day, let's say a $50,000 car, but they think it was 30. They think it was 28. They think it was 35. I know it had to be crazy being a car salesman, watching women in general, but black women specifically, walking in wanting the new, let's say 3 Series Beamer, a 335i that's $50,000, and because a bunch of white women around her got it, she think it's a 25, 28, maybe 30, $35,000 car. I know y'all had to be laughing y'all asses off. GC says, Happy Christmas to you, brothers. Christmas Eve to you, brothers. What's going on, bro? What's going on? And finally, let's read the big old super chat. And KMS coming in. Look at Z. KMS coming in with the big old 150, and he says, Train tracks. I appreciate you and what you do, Z. Here's a couple of dollars for the new apron and chef's hat since you decided to cook all day. Damn. Look, man, this thing got me worked up because I'm annoyed that we're talking about this. I am, and I'm engaging in it. I'm mad at myself for engaging in it. The fact that, look, man, this is not a story, man. I feel like O'Shea with the celebrity junk. This is not a story. But Z, it is. It shouldn't be a story, but black women then elevated it so high it became a story. Black women are so offended that a black man had the unmitigated gall to call himself a prize that it became a story. Black women are throwing a fit in a temper tantrum all over the internet so much that it became a story. Nah, Z, you wrong. It's a story now. Look, man. I'm about to end out. That's a little over an hour. Look. We're gonna see where this goes in the next few days. Shout out to Prince, because Prince is right. This should have been okay. Let's say it would have just been a blip on the radar for a day or two. This should have been died out. This should have died out. First of all, it should never been a story. But okay, it's a story. It should have been died out. This goes to show you, FD, this is what I was telling you. They're so incensed that a black man who is less famous and less financially well off than his black wife, spouse, had the unmitigated gall to talk. What's going on, Art? Had the unmitigated gall to talk and then call himself the preference and speak about how, and let's be honest, they're really pissed that everyone knows that she's the one that pursued him and she owns it. Oh, they hate it. Oh, a dark-skinned black woman, especially a dark-skinned black woman pursuing a black man, even though he's a bit lighter skinned. A dark-skinned black woman, and it's a public, famous dark-skinned black woman. Oh, like I said, Simone, what did you do all of that for? You became a world-renowned gymnast for a black man? Ew, pathetic. That's what it really is. You did all of that to chase after a black man, and he's calling himself the preference. Black Manosphere, we are on the right side of history. We are on the right side of history. FD, you could do all that flailing around you want. You are not on the right side of history. I know you really, really, really wish you were. You're not. You're just not. Thank you, Saint Cyr. Saint Cyr says you did all of that to just date. Excuse me. You did all of that just to date a self assured black man. Exactly. Exactly. You're with a black man. He's going around telling people that you pursued him, and that he's the. Oh my God. He's the prize. And Kim Foster said, "Don't you ever try to play me." Well, shut your lame ass up. And what would you do? if a black man did, what would you do? Your little ass. This shout out to whoever you are, brother. This is the wife. This is his wife. Ooh, this is the woman that you going to bed with. All right, all right. Like I keep on saying, shout out to all you men, whoever you are, Paris Milan's husband, whoever you are, Kim Foster's man. Shout out to y'all. All right. Keep on thinking you're an exception to the rule. Fine. All right. Hey, hey, Mr. Z's told you so game is strong as I don't even like doing it. Right? We told what's her face? Crystalline Karazin's white husband. He knew. He thought he was an exception. Oh, I'm a white man. All right. Right? And Detroit says, meanwhile, Tasha K put a sunlight on these vampires, bruh. I'm Whoop said, these ninjas better sleep with one eye open. Huh. And on that note, y'all, I gotta make a hard stop. Look, man, look, Mr. Z is not. Oh, I promise y'all, this is not a story. Black people, look, man, there's real news. And like Sincere and Prince were saying, what's the name of the trainer that was touching up on all of them? Y'all didn't have that smoke for him? The gymnast trainer that was touching up on all these women. Y'all didn't have that smoke for him? Oh, wait, he's a white man. You're right. You're right. You're right. It's crazy that Jonathan Owens is getting more smoke than the white man that was touching upon a whole lot of gymnasts, including a whole lot of black female gymnasts. That's crazy. Ah, Mr. Z, but you forgot what country you in and what time you're living in. It's only crazy if you didn't know how America works. Thank you, Larry Nasser. Thank you, Larry Nasser. Thank you, Design and Art. Thank you. While black women say that he should have been, excuse me, that Miss Simone should have been with a Zac Efron. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So on that note, everyone, we will pause right there. Truly, y'all have a great, 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 great rest of y'all night. Merry Christmas to all. Y'all go ahead and watch the fireworks on social media. Right? Y'all get y'all excuse me, y'all get y'all libations and watch the insanity from black women throwing a tantrum because Miss Simone Owens says she gonna be over here snuggled up with her husband while y'all throw a temper tantrum for something she don't think or feel is serious. Thank you, Dr. Dunbar. It's embarrassing. The secondhand cringe. Right? KFC said no smoke for DJ Pope either. Man. So, on that note, I'm gonna pause right there for real. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content. As a matter of fact, the Black Manosphere show of the week should be starting right now. So, I think Raj is the Black Manosphere show of the week. So y'all go check that out. The Raj report. I'm gonna actually link it in my community chat. And yeah, man, FD. I'm just saying, Feek. This is the Black woman you're in community with. Kim Foster, sounding just like Chrissy. What's the difference? Mr. Z can't tell. Anyway, on that note, y'all have a great rest of y'all night. Mr. Z out.